Tell me what the hell are you scared of when in the end the only thing
Where's
that's
the love?
understand
Right here on
love's
this
in the
podcast.
way.
Welcome to Love
Sometimes
Drops,
it seems like
where
time
your
stands
hosts
still for things
and
I
One Love
don't anymore.
ambassadors,
Never
Charles
received
and
what I
Diane,
was.
will
Together
share
now we're
love,
two in a
hope,
team
and
that takes the
inspirational
sweetest love's
topics
life.
taken
All
from
of the
their
kisses
journey
to
and
ensure
world
all of
events.
the times
We
we
will
felt
also
like
include on location recordings and special pop up guests from cool places all around the world. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
whether big or small, love never fails. Oh, love it conquers all. Love never fails.
Welcome to another edition of Love Drop Podcast. I am really excited for our guest today. We encountered each other during the season of love. And I'm not talking about Valentine's Day, believe it or not. I am talking about Christmas because to me, Christmas represents the gift of a love. And it'll all make sense in just a moment. So hang on and just get ready for a fantastic show. And with that said, Charles.
And thank you, Diane. Today, our guest is Kathryn Ives. Kathryn is the owner of Just Love Coffee and Cafe. She moved back to Charleston in 2000. A graduate of the College of Charleston, she started exploring franchise in 2020 and became interested in Just Love Coffee and Cafe. It aligned with her personal values and objectives, which are to be genuine, excellent, and a catalyst for love. It was also a way for her to give back to the community by supporting local nonprofits. Her views is to create a welcoming place where friends and neighbors can get together while enjoying excellent coffee and food. She is spreading love one cup at a time. And with that said, Kathryn, you now have the mic.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Glad I got to meet you over the Christmas holidays.
Absolutely, Catherine. I'm glad I got to meet you too. It's definitely a place to gather. I first was introduced to Just Love Cafe in Nashville, Tennessee. And so I was so excited to see that there was one there in Mount Pleasant. And yeah, for my first visit, we talked and you shared your amazing stories. So let our listeners know where you're dreaming in from. And let's dive into your story, Just Love.
Well, Just Love Coffee. We're in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, right near the Isle of Palms. And I wanted a place where everybody in the community could come, friends, family, business people, where you could get coffee, get food, you could work, or you could just meet and hang out like you were doing, and just be with friends and family anytime you wanted to. A place that you could come one time a month or every other day. We have regulars that come multiple times a week and have their daily meetings, get the same coffee, get the same muffin. But it's fun. That's what I wanted people to be able to do and to feel a place where you could sit and relax and be loved by everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, and the times Diane and I have visited your shop, we met some of the locals, some of the folks that come in on a regular basis. We've met them there, and we met a gentleman at another place as well, and he referred us back to the coffee shop.
Yeah, so you are definitely achieving that message that you want to achieve, and that is just love. And I'm a firm believer, Catherine, that love starts from the inside. And that is so apparent when you look behind the counter and in the kitchen of the cafe, because you have a lot of just friends and family that are supporting you in this mission. So tell us about that. Tell us about the crew, the love crew.
Well, right now we have my sister-in-law who works as a barista. My daughter comes when she's not at college and works as a barista. My nephew is working in the kitchen. And my husband, on the weekends, he fills in as a cook to help out. But we just bring everybody in, and my family recruits other friends' families, and it's just a chain reaction. And then other people, we have Christiana, who owned a restaurant here on the Isle of Palms and retired from that. And now she's helping me because I had never been in the restaurant business. So I need all the help I can get. But, her knowledge helps us every day.
Wow. And it's very interesting that you say you've never been in the restaurant business. It proves a point that love definitely conquers all and love leads the way, because I would have never known that about you from just day one coming in. Not only did you just shower me with love, you and your entire staff, but everyone that came through the door. And even when the lines were long during the holidays, people waited. People did not complain. People smiled because you guys were greeting. And you even had someone come from behind the counter and it's like, we're going to be with you in just a minute. And, and just smile. It'll be just a minute. Thanks for waiting. Thanks for your patience. And that just really set the tone, the vibe, and atmosphere in the cafe. And it's just a beautiful thing. So tell us your story. How long have you been there and what was your inspiration?
Well, we opened May 5th, and our inspiration is when we found the franchise and we met with the people, our home office in Murfreesboro, right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. We loved their story. We went to all the different stores. We met the employees, we met the people, we tasted the food. And one of my main things was if the food's not good, it can't come to the Charleston area because it would
Right.
never be accepted. But I felt like it was a place that people would like in this area. And then they just would say, it's just coffee and waffles. You can learn it. So I was nervous about the food and I knew some about the coffee, but it all worked out. You just learn. And I mean, if you're genuine with people, if you provide excellent customer service, if you make it an inviting place, they'll come back. And
Absolutely.
that's what we try to do with everyone.
Well, and that is for certain from the folks that we have met there, your other customers. They speak so highly of you. And with you saying that you didn't have the background for that, it proves that love never fails. It's interwoven throughout your entire establishment, and people are talking about it. They say, I go there for the coffee, I go there for the smiles. That's the gentleman we met at another place. He talks about he looks forward to coming to your shop every day.
And that is so important, Catherine, because that is something that's missing in our world today. And that's that human connection and that love that people are just really, really, really in need of feeling. I've seen a lot of your regulars are seniors and they come in and they sit. It's like a little gathering place. I saw a couple guys that come and they just get in deep conversation and they're laughing and they're jovial. And then you have college students that come in. You have the lovely fire pit that's, out in front, very inviting. The whole atmosphere and vibe in your shop is just phenomenal. I mean, they all have their own charm, Southern charm in the Just Love cafes. But tell us about, your cafe and the design. Where'd that come from?
Well, they give us a big template and then you get to choose what you want. And I wanted it to be warm and inviting with the beach colors. So I picked all the colors and my husband Gray is a handyman. So he did the bar, the tiling, picked out the shiplap on the walls. So we took a blank canvas and they gave us because all the stores they want them to look close to each other, but with your own vibe. And we just went with what makes us feel at home and what made us feel comfortable. It was a work of love, hard work.
It paid off. Let me tell you, it's beautiful. And it has that beach vibe, which is appropriate because, right, you're right there by the Isle of Palms, right there in Mount Pleasant. And I heard you say, well, yeah, we're doing waffles and coffee. First of all, you're doing delicious waffles and you're doing just top shelf coffee. And you left out scones. Your scones were so popular during the Christmas season.
They are great because it's a scone, but they're cooked in a waffle iron. So that's what I think makes them so delicious because it's different. They're not hard and crunchy. They're soft and just melt in your mouth.
Oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. So just rewinding it a bit, you said that you opened up in May of 2020. Any challenges, any obstacles that you encountered in doing this?
Well, the whole process, of course, takes a lot longer than you think. So when we opened this past May, it was a few months after that we wanted, but it was great because it was right before the summer season. It all worked out. Getting a staff really quick, that was challenging, but everybody came together. We all trained together. We're all learning together. And the thing with the new business, every day is different. I mean, we're still learning. We have to listen to what the customers, their guests say, do what they like, take it back, change things. So, it's a learning process. But we've also been doing a lot of community events. That's one of our big things is to give back to the community. And we've already done a cause coffee for Meals on Wheels. We've done the Toys for Tots. We've done clothing drive for Low Country Orphanage. And we did golf tournament with the Yorktown Foundation. And we've got stuff like set up, coming up. So that's another way that we want to give back and to bring the community in different groups to our shop. And so they know they can come there and we will support them.
Yes, I think the community has heard all about you. In the times that Diane and I have visited, we've seen family after family. We've never heard a complaint. Not one.
Not
Not
one.
one.
And what you are doing in the community, that's love. That's just love. Exactly what you described. That's just love, which aligns with the coffee cafe, So when you are living your message, right, then it's very easy for others to say, yeah, this is love. And I want to support that because they are living that.
Right, and the community has been wonderful. I mean, anything we do, if it's a clothing drive or anything we're supporting, they come out and support too. So it's great. And it brings everybody together. I meet so many new people and then people tell people and word of mouth is it's been great and social media, but just word of mouth too. Just neighbors
Yeah.
bringing neighbors in and friends tell friends.
That is so true. And I always say word of mouth is priceless. The social media is great, but I have had several friends that are doing big, big things and not even on social media. And so it's like, well, how did you prosper? And it's like word of mouth. Old-fashioned word of mouth is definitely the highest marketed form. I mean, even though social media can spread it out, cast it out, but it's word of mouth that brings them in, right?
Today, I mean, I had three or four people. One girl brought her mom in, and because her mom hadn't been, and she's like, "Well, I'm going to come back and bring my friends." And then we had our weekly group of ladies that line dance. They were in there, and another lady came in that knew them, so they were all talking about who they were going to bring. So it keeps going.
Absolutely. And that's love. Love goes on and on and on. So that's love. Now, I was talking to Gray, your husband, and he was saying something about in 2020, I guess you guys found the location and COVID hit. So I think you had to put a pause or a pin in it.
Well, we're looking at different locations and some of them fell through and it took a long time to find this certain location. And once we did, then you had to go through the process and it took a little bit longer. But finding a location that was suitable size and that was in a vicinity that people could get to easily was hard to do in Mount Pleasant. There's a lot of different spaces, but whatever was available might not be easy to get to. So you want to have an easy parking lot. You want them to be accessible and somewhere that they can find and get there quickly.
And you did that because you guys are right there in the parking lot, sharing with Trader Joe's, sharing with the new Golf Galaxy coming right around the corner from the mall, right around the corner from the movie theater. So it's really just the word of mouth of people knowing that you are there, because it's very easy to get in and out from various directions, right? And then you have the indoor outdoor space.
I love the outside, and dogs can come up there. We do pup cups and everything like that. So if you're coming off the beach, the dogs are, welcome to sit outside, and they do. They love it. Now they know, they see, and they're looking at me through the door because they know I'm gonna come bring them a pup cup and some water.
Yes, you do. And
I
I
love
love
that.
that. That is really cool.
A pup cup and plenty of parking spaces out there. Wow,
Yes,
no problem
yes.
at all.
Well, this shopping center was dormant for a while. It wasn't full. The big space where Golf Galaxy and Homesick Sense is going used to be a Bilo, and that stayed empty for years. So to see this shopping center coming back to life, it's great because
And
all
that,
the other businesses around love the support, and they support us and we support them. So it's really nice.
that's what I was getting ready to say. Love thrives, right? It's like love will attract. And so at the perfect time, you guys have slid into that space because if I remember right, no, you're not a corner lot. You got restaurants down, but you're in such a perfect little nook there. And, you know, when you were saying about your search, it just kind of reinstated for me that your space will find you. Like your space is waiting there. And so when you're in that hunt and you're looking, it can sometimes get frustrating or discouraging because it's like, well, where's the right space, right? And then finally you go in, you see it, and you're like, ha, this is it. And I feel like that's what you found. What about you?
Oh, definitely. And we had our hopes up on another space and it fell through. And this space, we knew Trader Joe's was going in, and we're like, oh, well, that if we could get in here, this would be good. And it was a barber shop. And so Gray and I went in there and we look, and there are mirrors on the walls. And he's like, do you think this would work? And I'm walking around and, looking at the space. And I said, yep. It was a little bit smaller than we wanted, but we're like, yes, yes, this we can do this. Took a good space and made it work.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And so you said it's a barber shop, right? So
hmm
where'd the kitchen come from?
It's just the back section shoved in the back. Luckily, we don't have to have a huge kitchen, so it all fit. We don't have a lot of supply, play area where we can store stuff. We do store stuff at our house, and there's no office space. It's funny, people ask you, well, are we going to your office? I'm like, where do you want to go? Out by the dumpster? No, I don't have an office. It's just the kitchen and the coffee bar and the sales floor. So,
Wow. And so, the kitchen had to be put together. Who put that kitchen together?
well, they give you a diagram, and then you have to, thank goodness Gray is good with spatial and planning everything out because I wouldn't have known what to do, but we made it fit. It worked. And when
Wow.
they drop all that stuff off in the front of your store and you're thinking, how's this all going to go in here? It worked.
Well, at the rate of all the orders that are coming out of that kitchen so rapidly, wow, you would think there was a huge kitchen back there with a staff of about 15 or 20 folks.
No, no. Three is the most you want to have back there at one time in the kitchen.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
man, I tell you, just listening to your story, love is just threaded through the whole story from the family to the location to you and Gray to your children coming out and helping your sister-in-law, your nephew. It's a family affair that's attracting families, and it's definitely a place to gather. So if you're in the low country and you're listening to this episode, you want to go and check out Just Love out there in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. I'm telling you, the coffee, the waffles, the scones, these breakfast sandwiches, oh my goodness, are just phenomenal. And if Gray is back there cooking, let me tell you, woo, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. So, Kathryn, what would you like to, just leave our listeners with? What love drop would you like to leave with our listeners from Just Love?
I just want to say, please come in. We want to share the love. We want you to be happy. We're going to be genuine. We're going to be excellent. We're going to be a catalyst to love it. And I think you'll feel it when you come in. And I hope you enjoy the coffee and the food as much as we do.
And we do.
And we do.
And
Very
we
much
do.
indeed.
And we do. Last thing, if there is someone that is out there and they're on the teeter-totter about, just starting up their own thing. Maybe it's not a coffee shop, maybe it's a bookshop, or maybe it's a boutique. Is there any tidbit of inspiration you want to throw at them?
Just have faith in yourself, know that you can do it, and no obstacle is too big and seems overwhelming at times, but take it day by day, step by step. And when you have friends and family supporting you, you can do it.
No, that was a wealth of information right there, very strategically placed. And we gravely appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad I got to meet you.
We are too,
We
and
are.
we're so glad you said yes to come on the show, give us your time. I mean, you have on your Love is Greater shirt right now, and you just came from the cafe and you took the time to just sit down with us for just a moment and just share your story with our listeners. So to all that are listening, we invite you to check out Just Love. We're going to put the website in the narrative of this episode. You'll be able to go in and have a glance at the inside that we were talking about, the shop, and just kind of look around it. And if you are close by, go in, feel the love, and I tell you, you will not be sorry that you did.
And bring a friend with you.
Bring a friend, tell a friend, spread the love about Just Love Cafe, because we sure did. And Kathryn, thank you so much for being our guest.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate that.
Yes, we do. And if this episode resonated, please share it with a friend. And if you have not already, we invite you to subscribe and share the love. And until next time, Charles and I say, one love.
Never a second will I waste, never an opportunity to taste the sweetness of this life.
Thank you for tuning in to the Love Drops podcast. Be sure to follow this podcast and share the love with everyone you know. Until next time, this is Charles and Diane signing off. One love.
Love it conquers all, whether big or small. Love never fails. Oh, love it conquers all. Love never